guys, how's it going? I know I have been gone for so long and now I'm back. So I'm back and I'm going to show you my haul and review of two latest collections from MAC, Fashion Flower and Flighty. The collections actually came out a few days ago and I got the products even before then, but I kind of sat on it. But I figured it's better to do a haul and review, better late than never, so that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to start my review with the Fashion Flower collection review. I would say I got probably 80% of the collection, maybe a little bit less, but anyways, so let's just go right into it. And we're going to start the review by reviewing the eyeshadows, and there are 6 eyeshadows in the collection, and I think I got them all. So first of all, I want to show you that the packaging is just a regular packaging by MAC, but the shadows do have a flower design. And I didn't get all the shadows from this collection. I had a few shadows that I purchased previously that were re-promoted, so not all of my shadows will have this design, but I've got all 6 shadows for you to review. This first shadow is called Fresh Daisy, and I have just about a bazillion and one light gold eyeshadows, but you know, I just like them so much, and this one was a little different than any of those that I have, so I got it. So this one is like light white gold, and this is a perfect highlighter, so I got this. This is a swatch for it. It's very light. Ignore the writing on my hand, but anyway, it's very light and very pretty. See, and it's Deluxe Pearl, which I love. I just love stuff like that because they make perfect highlights. So this once again is Fresh Daisy, and if you guys are like me and if you really are looking for a good like buttery creamy highlight that's not too dark and not too light, Fresh Daisy is really great. And I actually don't have anything similar. I mean, I have things that are, you know, 2-3 shades up and down, but not anything like this. So I really am excited about this shade and I'm glad I got it. Next color is called Aqua. I got Aqua a while ago. Aqua is a permanent color, but it's a pro color, and it's just that. It's aqua blue. It's a matte color, and it's just a really beautiful color that's really easy to work with. Here's a swatch for Aqua. I recommend getting Aqua to anyone because it works on any eye color and any skin tone. It's just such a beautiful, gorgeous color. Next color is right here, and it's called Lucky Green, and it's described as Frosted Mid-Tone Lime. The color is really pretty. It's Deluxe Pearl, and it's just such a beautiful green, like kind of like mustardish green color. It's not super shiny, but it's still very beautiful, and I really like it, especially for the springtime. Shadows, by the way, are $14.50. Next color I got when it came out with Liberty of London collection, and this color is Free to Be. It's kind of like peachy pink, and it's a matte color. It's described as true coral, but it's not a true coral, not in my opinion. It's a matte color, as I mentioned, pretty light. When I first got it, I was pretty excited because I didn't have anything like that, but I ended up almost never using it. There's a swatch for it, and all the swatches are done in the daylight, you guys. So, you know, I don't really, this is not my go-to shadow. Maybe for somebody who's not doing a lot of artistic looks or who has lighter eyes, maybe it's not like a must-have color. The other colors are pretty nice. The next shadow is called Ground Cover, and I'm actually really excited about this just because I really like this kind of unique shades that are not very popular. This one is like mid-tone warm gray, and I just love any warm gray color because, like I said, they're not very popular, but they can make such a beautiful smoky eye, you guys. So for me personally, this was a must-have. It's just so pretty and so unique. This is also a matte color, so I had to have this one. Ground Cover. Next color I'm not really sure how I feel about yet, and this color is Bows and Curtsies, described as metallic hunter green, and it comes off a bit dark. It comes off kind of black green, but I suppose with a really bright green base underneath, it could work as it could bring out all the green out of it. but just by itself, it kind of looks like dark gray or like black green. The green barely shows up. It's a satin finish, but it comes on pretty creamy. Next, on to the lipsticks. There were 4 lipsticks, and I didn't get any. I already had Everhip from Liberty of London collection, and Everhip is like true coral, and I know this color was, you know, everybody wanted it when it first came out, and it's already sold out now too. It's a really nice light coral color to have. I really like it. So out of the 4 lipsticks that were in the collection, I actually just stuck with the Everhip that I already have and didn't get any other ones. Only because they all, like, the lipstick mill, it was kind of chalky on the lips, so I didn't like it. And then Summer Shower, which is like this teal, light teal color, well, it just looks like a regular gloss, so I'm not gonna spend $14.50 on something that just looks like any other gloss that I have. And Grown Trend was a bit too dark for me, so I stayed away from that. So I saved a little bit of money this way by only sticking to what I already have, which is Everhip. And here's a shocker for you guys. I didn't get any lip jellies from this collection. I normally go for the lip jellies, but this time I really didn't feel that I need any more than I already have, because in the end, they're all pretty similar. I mean, they all have chunky, glittery consistency, and although they vary in color a little bit, but the main thing is the glitter, and it's the same in every one of them. And I already have like 6 or 7 of them, so I figured I don't really want to waste my money on something that's just gonna lay there, because I don't wear glitter like that on a daily basis. The lip jellies have a lot of glitter, lots and lots of glitter, and when they dry out a little bit, all you have left on your lips is glitter. So if you are a glitter freak, and I am most of the time, that's fine. But if you don't really like chunky, large glitter, then maybe that's not a thing for you. But the beauty powders, you know I got both of them, because I'm just obsessed with beauty powders. I just like the texture, I like the consistency, I love MAC's beauty powders. So this one right here, the darker one, it's called Alpha Girl, and this one is Light Sunshine. So let's review the Alpha Girl first. Alpha Girl is described as light peachy pink with some gold nuances. I don't see much gold, but I definitely see peachy pink in it, and the consistency is pretty cool. First of all, it has a flower design that will go away after a few uses, but it's just so pretty and cute. And second of all, the color is pretty beautiful. I use the beauty powders as blushes, and most of you guys know that. So this is the color of Alpha Girl. It's gonna make a beautiful, beautiful blush. It's like matte, but not super, super dry, kind of buttery. So it's a perfect blush for me. I just love this kind of things. So this is Alpha Girl, and I recommend it. It's going to work really well on people with warmer olive skin tones. So the packaging looks just like regular packaging, nothing special. Next one is Light Sunshine. Also has a beautiful flower design, and it's described as pastel neutral pink with soft gold and pink sparkles. So this one is definitely not going to stand out on its own, and it's not going to be visible on its own. This is going to be a really, really nice highlighter for your cheeks. See, it's swatched right here, but you cannot really see it. So it just makes a really nice highlight. But if you're not into highlights, then you might not want to spend your money on it. It's $25, and I don't know, I just love beauty powders, and I do use highlights all the time, so for me it's worth it. Next, go on to Flighty collection. So Flighty collection had this novelty, the big bounce shadows, and I don't know how many there were. There were about 16 colors, I think. And out of 16, I got 6. I got the colors that I think I'm going to use the most. I really didn't want to spend too much money. The big bounce shadows are $16.50 each, and they kind of look like paint pots, but a little bit bigger and heavier. So, and because it's something that I don't really know and I've never worked with, I only got 6 to begin with. I mean, if I like it very much, later on I might get more, but, you know, playing with them for a little bit, I don't think I will be. I think I'll stick with the 6 that I get, and I think I'll use them, and yeah, they're not what I expected them to be. So let me go ahead and start reviewing it. First, must-have color for me in any collection, anything that comes out, is white and black. So because I use them as bases all the time, white and black is something that I almost always get from every collection. So this first shadow is called the Cool Elite, and it's white with silver pearl. So these shadows are, I don't know, they're pretty weird, I guess. When you open it, it looks like this. It has a little lid that stops the shadow from running all over the place. So the shadows are much thinner, much runnier than I thought that they would be. So this right here is a Cool Elite. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you. This is what it swatches as. It's pretty thin, and you can thin it out even more, or you can build it up. I've played with them for a little bit, and so I would pat on the shadow at first and let it dry, and if it's too thin, I'll just do another layer right on top and kind of let it dry. I kind of have to let it dry in between. So yeah, I mean, I like them. I think they're pretty cool. I like the fact that they're thinner than paint pots and you can build it up as you need to. But it's something that I have to play with a lot more to actually be more comfortable to talk about them. But, you know, as for me, the 6 that I got, I know I'm going to use, and I like them a lot. I just don't think I'm going to get any more. I didn't get any of the brown and gold shades because I have so many paint pots and shade sticks and pencils from NYX with that same kind of coloring that I figured, you know, I don't want to spend $16.50 on something that I might already have. But the next bounce shadow that I'm going to review is called Free as Air, and it's a light blue with silver pearl. Also has a little stopper right here, which you have to be careful with because, you know, the shadows, every time I use them, they just got everywhere, so gotta be pretty careful. But nevertheless, here's a pretty generous swatch of Free as Air, and this one is not dry yet, so it's shiny. When they dry, they become less shiny. But I really like this color. I just think it's so pretty, and you can use it either as a base under something, or I've used them as like I did a smoky eye, and I just used this color and didn't put anything on top, and it was okay. So the next color that I got is called Extra Charged. And Extra Charged is a bright green with multi-color pearl. And here's a swatch for Extra Charged. Again, this is wet, and it's pretty generous. You can thin it out if you want. You know, you can make it much, much thinner, like I did here. Or you can make it thicker. You can build it up. It's up to you. Next two colors that I'm going to review, I'm very excited about. I just love how beautiful and unique they are, and I had to have them no matter what the consistency was. And the first one is called Rich Thrills. Rich Thrills is like dirty silver with multicolor pearl. It's an amazingly beautiful color. I used it quite a few times in the past few days just to create a smoky eye. And I actually put the ground cover shadow on top of it. It looks really, really beautiful. It's unique, beautiful, smoky color. I don't even know how to describe it. It's described as dirty silver, but I see a little bit of purple in it. It's just so beautiful. Beautiful and unique. Next one is called Counter Acids, and it's described as rich blue purple. And it's more purple than anything else, I would say. And I got it for the exact same reason as I got the Rich Thrills 4. It's very beautiful, very unique, and you can do a lot of like unique smoky color eyes with this. So this right here is Count Your Assets. And the very last one that I got is called Black Diamond, and it's described as black with gold pearl. So this for me is going to be a perfect base. I'm probably not going to use it as a color per se, but it's definitely going to be a base. And why I like it is because you can build it up, or you can wash it out. But again, the problem that I'm having with every single one of the shadows is the packaging. The packaging is very uncomfortable to use. But the swatch for Black Diamond is here, and that's pretty generous. Right next to it, I'm going to put a swatch for Black Diamond washed out, so you can see all the different options that you can do. Even one color, you can either make it very bright or very washed out, just whatever you want. So once again, these were the shadows from the Flighty collection. And I just have to complain one more time about the packaging. It's very uncomfortable. MAC should have made like a squeeze tube or something, because they're so runny. They're too liquid to have them like this, so it just gets all over the place when you use them. Have to be super careful. And also in this collection there were 4 colored mascaras, and I usually stay away from MAC mascaras just because I don't like the brushes. I don't really like the consistency either. But anyway, I just had to buy this one just to test it out. And this one is a purple one. It's called Plum Reserve. And it's a zoom lash. And I don't know if you guys like zoom lash. I personally just hate the brush. The brush is too thin, and it's not enough to make your lashes like fluffy and long. It clumps up, and I don't like it. But anyway, I got it to test it out because of the color, pretty much. The color is like bright purple, and I'm pretty disappointed. Pretty much I have to color, here's the color right here. Pretty much I have to color my lashes first with something else and then put this on top, but it doesn't really work. So, have I known what it was, would I waste 14 bucks? Probably not. But, you know, I got it, and I'm gonna use it. I'm just not liking it. I'm not loving it. There are better things, like Benefit Bad Gal has a lot of mascaras in different shades, and I'd much rather prefer that because of the fullness of the brush and consistency of the mascara. This one is like not really special. So I got it. I'm gonna use it, but I'm never gonna buy another colored mascara, that's for sure, from MAC. So that's it. That was my review for MAC Fashion Flower and Flighty collections. I apologize for being late, but you know, like I said, better late than never. And so I hope you guys liked the review. I hope it will help some of you. And please comment, rate, and ask questions if you have any. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.